Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on BTC USD? Now, from a monthly perspective, we have a market that clearly had created this very big monthly M formation, retesting which level? Retesting this very important monthly structure. We had this trend line which the market was retesting, as we have just said, creating this M formation. And if you remember, in our analysis, when the market was around this area, we said we definitely want to see the market make this move to the upside. Now, why are we speaking about this? Because the market has currently created an equal high. So after the M formation, the market made the move to the upside and created an equal high. Now, after this, what do you expect? You expect the market to show a wave to the downside before the continuation higher, basically to create this head and shoulders. But before we can create the right shoulder, we need to see a wave to the downside. So a couple of bearish months. So in the short term, we can expect some weakness. Let's go and see what we have from a weekly perspective. Now on the weekly time frame, what we can see. On the weekly, clearly we can notice that the market here has strong support. It was resistance and the market broke it to the upside, and this resistance is now turned support. In fact, when the market made this move to the upside, this is exactly where the market stopped, so at the previous monthly high, but as we just said, it had created this candle here, which is a strong demand. So on the weekly, important to say, we do have support. Let's go down on the daily and see what kind of situation do we currently have from a daily perspective. Now on the daily time frame, what we can see. On the daily, we can see that the market from a pattern perspective has created a strong impulse to the downside, followed by this minor retracement. Now, if we are to measure this retracement, what are we supposed to be doing? Taking a Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse, and what we can see is that we have a 0.382 Fibonacci retracement lining up pretty nicely with this previous daily support, now turned resistance at this area. So we have a confluence of resistance inside of this zone. However, keep in mind that as we have just said, on the weekly time frame, the market is still above support. So there are two main ways to go to approach this kind of situation. There is the conservative way and there is the aggressive way. The aggressive way is, since we overall want to see a move to the downside and the daily time frame is bearish, you can be looking for a potential entry opportunity on the 4-hour time frame, which at the moment you still don't have because everything is bullish. Taking a short from here would be way too risky, but price action might become bearish. So you can be looking for a short directly from this daily resistance. However, this is an aggressive approach because you would be shorting at weekly support, which is never a good idea because it's too risky. So how we will be approaching this with students? We will be waiting for the market to create a new lower low. So to break basically this new structure here that the market has just formed. In fact, if the market will break this support to the downside, then on the retest, this support will be turned resistance, and also the weekly support will be turned to the downside. Meaning that if the market will break below this level, then the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames will be all aligned to the downside with bearish structure. And after the market will have created the impulse, on the correction, what we will be doing with students, we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside. But if the market will not create this move to the downside and continue to the upside, we cannot be looking for the short because we are still above the weekly support. So it's very, very important that we first see a break below the weekly support, and only then we can be looking for a shorting opportunity. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.